Welcome back to the It's Really Not That Deep podcast.
It's never that deep.
So in today's episode, we're going to be talking about different life themes and different questions to ask ourselves about different stages of our lives and our regrets and our life outlooks. And it's going to get interesting. It's going to be a lot of different tangents, but we're going to make some points.
A lot of story times.
Yeah. But we hope you enjoy and give us some feedback. What kind of episodes do you guys like?
Please let us know.
The first question that we have on this list is, what's something that you used to believe about yourself that you've now outgrown?
So I used to have a core thought too. One, that I'm not good enough.
Literally exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah. Which I think everyone must have that thought. Do you think that everyone stems from something different?
Yeah. Oh my God, 100%. And I think there's so many different manifestations because some people come off so confident, but they're so insecure.
I used to also think that people were gonna leave me. Yeah. That was a big one for a long time. Half because someone told me that. That's a story time. And half because I watched it through I saw it through other people that I felt like it was going to also happen to me.
And you proved yourself wrong? That's not something you strongly identify with anymore?
No, I don't think so at all, really.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Who said that?
Back in long time ago.
No, but of course it's stuck.
That was for the first time I ever went to therapy. I didn't know this right away, but that was the deep-rooted issue that I had. She told me that everyone was gonna leave me. I was gonna die alone, and blah blah blah.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, CBT clearly helped.
Okay, if your future self could send you one message, what do you think she would say?
I think that I would say that you're awesome, and don't let anyone else make you doubt that.
I would say, it's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. Trust the process and enjoy the moment.
Oh, that's a good line. Trust the process and enjoy the moment.
You know that girl that you really like on TikTok, the poem girl? You always post her.
Yeah.
I saw one of hers, or maybe it wasn't her. I don't know. But it was talking about, I wend my life away. I said, when I get married, I'll be happy when I do. And I feel like I do that sometimes. I can't wait.
I'm sure we
to
all
have
do
kids.
that, yeah.
Yeah. But I really now try to just be well, what can I enjoy about right now? And I think that's what my future self would tell me to do.
That's so cute.
Love you, future self. I guess you.
Yeah.
It's crazy that me watching this tomorrow is my future self.
Yeah. I wrote a poem once. It was called I'm Just a Girl. Obviously I'm just a girl. And it was basically at the end of it, I was each thing I'd be I'm just a girl who thought this wouldn't happen. And then I thought I would never have my first kiss. And I'm just a girl who had my first kiss. And then it goes on with your life stages.
Hey, do you know the song Anything Could Happen by Ellie Goulding? I always listen to it.
Can you sing it?
Anything could happen.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't thinking that.
I just love when she's going over and over again saying it to myself. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Crazy shit has happened. Yeah. Anything. And we believe in manifesting. So the more you think about this thing that you want to happen rather than the thing you don't want to happen, you do move closer to it. Your mind moves closer to it, so you move closer to it.
Yeah. When I don't do things like manifesting things, I really try to catch myself in the moment and rephrase whatever I said. Because it's it is happening. It also brings you back into the present.
Well, that's the thing. Not all your thoughts are true. You can have those things going on and just be you know what? Forget it. Mm-hmm. It's not worth my time.
You know what, guys? I'm sorry I interrupted you. You know what? If anyone struggles with this, I promise you, get some CBT therapy and you'll be good to go. That's exactly what CBT therapy is. It is one of the most trained techniques in therapy, and I think it's really important. I just had to shout that out.
Yeah, I know, it's true. You catch your thought patterns and then you're oh, that makes no sense.
It literally proves that your thoughts are invalid.
Yeah. And you need to.
Your intrusive thoughts, yeah.
Yes, yeah. And everyone has intrusive thoughts.
Yeah, of course.
Everyone. But some people have it worse, and you gotta learn to live with them and deal with them. Because you can.
Anxiety.
Oh, I like this one. If we met as strangers today, do you think we'd still be friends?
I read this when we were planning, and I was really trying to think about it.
I think absolutely.
It's hard to imagine, like, almost like I wouldn't be who I am today.
I agree, but I really thought about it as, like, if I met you today, yes. But no, I wouldn't be who I am today, I agree.
Yeah, I think we would be friends.
I agree.
I think regardless, like, if we got into an opportunity to, like, have a clicking moment, we're like, always say, like, we're the exact same, but completely different.
We have very similar energy.
Yeah.
And you know how we always used to talk about wavelengths and how we're on the same wavelength. And I think when you meet someone, you can usually feel that within the first few minutes. And I feel like we would feel that.
Yeah.
And then we'd be like, oh, we're both Libras. Done.
Yeah, so we're both, I was just going to say that too.
Sorry.
Oh, no, it's crazy. I was going to say, we're obviously the same because we're both Libras, but like September and October Libras. That's where
so true.
It's different.
Yeah, so we'd become friends.
Yeah.
Moral of the story.
I hope so.
Okay, this one's crazy. If you could remove one human emotion from existence, which one would you pick?
None.
I agree. When I first read the question, I said grief. Because it's just so awful. But, like, you need it. Like, you do.
It's part of the human experience.
Part of life, yeah.
And then like, I was also thinking about jealousy. I think that's also important.
Yeah, I could go with that, jealousy.
Yeah, but it creates a lot of drive within yourself.
It's true. But the thing with grief I was thinking about the other day, like, you said something in the other podcast, and it was like, the heartbreak still exists, but it's lesser. And I was thinking about Charlie. Charlie was my dog who passed away when he was 5, he had a stroke.
Awful.
Yeah, it was very sad. And he was like an angel. But I was thinking about him, and it wasn't like sad. It was like, oh my god, I love Charlie. And when I look at videos, I'm like, it makes me so happy. And like, it's better to have loved and lost than not loved at all. And it's true. And yeah.
Yeah, I think it's really crazy how our mind kind of does heal. Time doesn't heal all wounds completely. You still are left with the scar.
Yeah.
And I think the scars are what makes you become you.
Like, scars could be beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. So no, I wouldn't take grief away, but that was my initial thought because, yeah, it's just so brutal to go through it.
I think every emotion is there for a reason.
That was nice.
Mm-hmm.
What's a mistake you made that you're actually grateful for? Going to Guelph.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
And I always say that to people too.
Yeah. Like, if I could do it again, I would. We used to always say that at the beginning. Like, if I could do it all again, I would do it this way.
I would still do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little backstory. So we started at one school. We decided to go, us two, and then our 2 other close friends. And
our best friends at the time.
Yeah.
And we were all living together.
Yeah, and we were really excited.
Yeah.
We were kind of going to the school where not everyone at our high schools were going to, so we were trying to break apart a little bit, I think. And we were there for 2 years. It ended up being kind of rough.
I just have to jump in for a second.
Yes,
we
go.
started in 2020, which was COVID.
Yes.
So we lived in this, like, small apartment, the 4 of us. We were all on top of each other. There were so many dynamics. We didn't know anyone, and we couldn't meet anyone. And we, like, it was just brutal.
It was brutal.
Yeah.
Like, there's no other
We
way to
sat,
say
it was dark.
That was really dark memories.
Anyway, sorry to interrupt. That was
No, that's an important aspect. Moral of the story, it was shit. And we went through a lot of stuff happened, like, a lot. I think we really changed as people. It was peak development years for us.
Truly.
Yeah. And we ended up transferring to the school, actually, that everyone went to, which was kind of a shock.
Because we, like, swore it off. We're like, no, we're not going there.
Yeah. And, like, I could admit, like, everyone's like, oh, like, you hated on it. I did. But I still wouldn't start there.
Things change.
Yeah. And I think if I had started there, I would not be the person I am today at all. We would not be as close. So much would be different.
Yeah.
I would never have met my ex. Yeah.
Yeah. Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah. Literally. That was a great one.
If you could apologize to one person from your past, who would it be and why?
I don't think I have anything to apologize for necessarily, but I think I would apologize to our roommate. I don't think I necessarily did anything like you did this and whatever, but I think living in such close quarters, I think it went from 0 to 100. And I think once I kind of figured a little bit, like, did a lot of introspection, a flip switched at some point, and...
Switch flipped, but yeah.
A switch flipped. And I think I did a whole 180, and, like, that was it. And I don't think I did something wrong in the situation, but I think I would apologize for how it went down, and I feel like in the past, or, like, as I mentioned, like, one of my core beliefs was that I felt like everyone was going to leave me, and I feel like I almost did exactly what I was so scared of to her. Yeah.
That's loaded.
Yeah. And not to say that there wasn't a lot of conversations. Like, we did try to have a lot of conversations, and they did not end well a lot of the times.
Oh, I understand. You're different now.
Yeah.
Like, in hindsight's 20/20. My therapist said that to me. Like, it all, you can go handle the situation perfectly, but...
Yeah, and I think, honestly, if I was going through it again, it was really hard on both of us, and I think I would have fuck-ups the same.
Yeah.
But not even that I want to apologize to her, I would want that to make that known.
Yeah. Like, you want there to be love.
Yeah, there's no hate, and I, like, really did love so many years that we were so close. But we had to grow apart, and we are who we are now.
Have you ever had a "this is it, I've ruined my life" moment? And how did it turn out? Obviously it didn't ruin your life, but...
I haven't had, like, a I ruined my life moment, but I definitely had a oh, girl, you fucked up moment.
Care to share?
Story time?
Yeah.
So it all started when we went to go visit our friends at a different university. We're all at our friend's apartment praying for the concert, and a lot of people we know are there. It's a lot of different friend groups, different dynamics, people I sort of know, people I don't know. And there was this one guy that was there who had just broken up with... I didn't really know. Apparently I was told, but I don't remember. I didn't really know that they had just broken up.
No, you didn't know that.
Yeah. And
I think you should have known, but you didn't. Yeah. I know you didn't.
And we were kind of starting to talking, but nothing was really happening with that at all. And then our friend groups kind of got split up because some wanted to stay and pre longer, some wanted to go to the place. So we kind of got split up. I'm with one of my friends, and then her friends, and then randomly him. Yeah, so basically I ended up spending the whole night with him. I don't really know how. And then once we kind of got a little bit more tipsy, we got a little bit flirty, moral of the story, I ended up hooking up with him. Okay? Fast forward, the next morning, I see my friends, and I walk in thinking it was going to be like a fun little gossip sesh, and they're so mad at me.
I had gone home, so I wasn't even there to defend her.
No. I thought, like, it wasn't that deep. I am not friends with the girl that was the ex. You see them. You walk up. You give them a hug. You say, hey, how are you? And that's the only time you've ever talked to them. Maybe you've had one other interaction with them. But, like, we were not friends. We were very friendly. I would never have anything bad to say. But we were not friends. A lot of my friends were friends with her.
A ton.
Who?
Well, just like that whole...
Oh, a ton.
Yeah.
A ton.
At that time, our really close friend was really mad at Haley. And then she's like, just know you can't come to these pre's anymore because the girl is always there and the girl is really close with the host. It made sense.
Yeah. There's only so much you could leave yourself out for someone that you don't even, like, you're not even friends with.
Yeah.
Like, I understand she could hate me. 100%. I would hate me too. But not everyone else in the world needs to hate me. Every single person was hating me. So we go to this pre. We were maybe going to go. And then the pre got switched to be to my guy best friend's house. So I'm like, of course I'm going to go. Like, this is my territory at this point. So we go. And a lot of my really close guy friends from a different school were also in town. Thank God.
Thank God.
Yes. We walk in. It was the Twilight Zone.
The tension in that room, I felt it in every fiber of my body.
I could not have expected a worse vibe walking into that. No one would look at me, and if they did, they were giving motherfucking death eyes.
No one would look at me. Because
just by association. There was one person, even my like best friends in the group, not including Joel, of course, barely talked to me. There was only one girl, shout out to you, that was so nice to me, and I really thank you for that. Otherwise, they all hated my guts. And it just went on and on and on for like the whole school year almost.
Just a little shout out to that queen who was good to her in that situation. She's always been like top notch. Like,
I hope she knows.
I hope you watch this. I don't even know. And know who you are. I wonder if she would know who she is.
I think she
probably.
did. I texted her and thanked her for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All this to say, the hookup maybe wasn't worth it.
Yeah, what was the question? This is it, I've ruined my life moment.
Yeah. I did for a second think I didn't even think I fucked up. I was just so angry.
You knew that there were going to be severe consequences
from it.
Yeah. Want to hear my this is it in my life? It's not as like deep.
Yeah, sorry for going on a tangent.
No, it's a good story.
Okay.
When we realized like we weren't going to get honors. That was dark.
That was dark.
So because we transferred, we just had to jump through like a million hoops, and the OG Toby, I must say, not the OG Toby, the second Toby we pause for the past. That's how bad this Toby was. This was probably the worst Toby.
She told me that I was struggling because I watch too much Netflix. I don't really watch TV.
No, she was awful. Everything that should have been not complicated was just like insanely complicated, and like she wanted out for me. Like she wanted my life to be bad.
We were in psychology. People that transfer from one like prestigious business program to another don't have these issues. We were getting a BA in psychology.
It's not that deep.
It's not that deep, and that's the exact definition of Toby's. Toby's make it that deep and make it our problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I really thought like my life was over and I wasn't going to get into grad school and I wasn't going to... Yeah. I freaked out. That was like major spiral. I think we both did.
It was upsetting.
Yeah. But it totally was fine in the end.
Yeah, it was totally fine. We're winning.
Thank you, Toby.
I don't know if I'd go as far as thanking her.
I take it back.
Yeah. Honestly, we need to have a Toby story time episode because I'm like fuming. Look, we have a list, of course.
We do have a list.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll have a whole deep dive on the Tobys and the worst people on earth, essentially. If your soul was represented by a color, what color would it be and why? This is like, what color is your aura?
Yeah. Story time. I don't know why I have a story time to this question.
Neither do I. I'm kind of excited.
It's a little niche.
Okay.
So I went away for 6 months, and when I was there, I lived with one girl. Love her. But I think by the end of our little experience, she didn't think I really liked her. We definitely like clashed a little bit.
Okay.
She definitely didn't see the best side of me ever. But I had asked her out of nowhere, like, if you were to say I was a color, what color would you think I am? I said it to all my roommates. All my roommates were like, yellow, orange. She goes, black.
If someone said that to me,
I never told you that. No one would ever say that about you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Wait, maybe you have told me that, but I don't remember. That's crazy.
That was a good one.
That's Des. What color do you think your soul is? I don't think I have an answer right now.
Pink.
Okay.
I don't think my soul's that color, but I just really wholeheartedly love pink.
I know you do. I want to say pink, but I feel like baby blue.
I like baby purple, one of the two.
I'll take baby purple.
Yeah.
What do you think your childhood self would be most surprised to learn about your life now?
I want to do this TikTok trend, you know, the like if I went on a coffee date with my younger self. I think I'd be surprised to learn that I had a boyfriend. Maybe that's weird. I think wouldn't be that surprised about the psychology part. I guess my friends. I don't know. What about you?
How close I am with my sister.
Oh, that's nice.
And my brother. But I feel like and my like how much I love my siblings.
That's so cute.
Yeah. They're just like, they've always obviously been such a big part of my life. And like we grew up together and I watch these old videos and like we're so cute together. But I just like never understood the impact of siblings and just like how there's no one, like I call you my sister and like my best friends I call my sisters because like they are.
Yeah.
But there's no impact like that, like siblings.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's really special.
Really special. I think it's different, I think a bond with a sister is very different than bonds with a brother.
It is. And like my sister, when we were really young, we used to be the best friends attached at the hip. Then obviously like as you go through your teen years, like you're more separate. But we've really come back together and like...
Yeah, it's nice.
Not all siblings do that. So I feel very grateful for that.
Yeah. And I used to say I wouldn't want a sister. Because I have two brothers and I do like having two brothers and we are close. But getting older, I feel like I would want that like sister connection. Like you were like the closest thing I have to it. Yeah.
Oh, you are my sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's a good last question. Yeah. That was really cute.
All right.
Well, we'll see you guys next time.